Hello everyone, my name is Saifullah Ahmed and my speech is on the misconceptions about the religion Islam. One of my first misconceptions I'm going to talk about is that Muslims are allowed 4 wives. But the Quran is very clear that this subject, that monogamy relationship is the basis for a normal relationship. Polygamy means more than one marital relationship. Is only allowed in cases involving marrying the mothers of orphans or people who have lost husbands and children. For example, in the aftermath of war, it is likely that many men have lost their lives, so the woman will marry another man, and it is seen. But polygamy verses are also seen in the Old Testament too. In Exodus 21:10, a man can marry infinite amount of women without any limits of how many he can marry. That's why I guess King Solomon had 700 wives, 300 concubines. Leading on to my main point, the main conception everyone talks about is that Prophet Muhammad, the founder of Islam, married a girl at the age of 9. Yes, this is true, but the marriage wasn't consummated until she hit the age of puberty. I'll compare this to a historical figure like John of Gaunt. He married a 12-year-old girl, but she didn't live with him or engage in any sexual activity until she hit the age of puberty. But you have to understand this was done in the 8th and 9th century, where marrying people at a young age was seen normal. So you cannot compare this to modern standards as child abuse, as this was normal during them eras as a normal way of life. Now I'm going to talk about Sharia law, which is very brutal in terms of what it says. Death is punishable by amputation of the right hand above. But you have to understand, these laws were written at the time which was suited in those eras. When stoning was permitted and allowed in society, the Sharia law itself cannot be altered, but interpretation of Sharia law, called fiqh by imams, is given leeway. So it's more or less how you interpret the law and read the true context of the law and find meaning in it. Now the people who are using these laws to justify killings is wrong, because they're not part of the religion Islam. And where does it say in the Quran that killing is allowed? People use this evidence as what the extremists are doing and not as what Muslims are doing. Islam's main ideology is about being a peaceful religion. So people are misinterpreting these laws and they're saying they're dying in the name of Allah, and they're more or less disrespecting the religion and tarnishing its reputation as a peaceful religion.
Do you think the reason for people misunderstanding Islam is because of how the media portrays it?
Yeah, the media portrays Islam as like every time there's a bomb goes off, it's more or less suited as a Muslim nowadays, because it's the norm on the news. If it's a Muslim, it's going to be normal.
As you said, Sharia law is very basically brutal and wrong. And you already explained that was used for, in the late centuries, for the law. So if it was used for the late centuries, why do people still choose to follow it if it's so wrong?
Well, you have to understand this. In the Quran, it says you have to abide by the law that you're in the country that you're situated in. So I don't see why they're still using laws nowadays, but it's more or less how they're interpreting it. We must find the true context.
But why it's still morally wrong?
It is morally wrong, but you have to understand that these laws were written well before these times.
In your speech, you kept saying they didn't do nothing into the age of puberty.
Yeah.
What would you consider the age of puberty?
Around 16 or 15.
But it's not. It's like 13.
Oh.
But then isn't that still considered as child abuse?
Yeah, but in them standards, people were getting married off normal. Gambling, prostitution was already there. Like, it was worse then than how it is now.
What do you think is going to happen in the future to Muslims? People like Donald Trump and media constantly portraying Muslims as bad. Where do you think the future of Muslims is heading?
Future Muslims some Muslims are like modern day Muslims, like they read the Quran, they're normal, but the future of Muslims is not
like how people interpret them.
Yeah, but people are interpreting the wrong ones. They're interpreting what the extremists are doing, but they're not interpreting the real actual religion of people who are part of it.
So do you think they're still going to do that in the future?
Yeah, there's always going to be discrimination between any race or anything. It's always going to be on the news. So,
Matt?
What's the biggest misconception about Islam?
Biggest misconception about Islam is, I'd say, is when they say the Prophet married a girl at the age of 9, which is true, yes, but he didn't engage in any sexual activity until she was in puberty.
stuff in the media about, oh, a Muslim terrorist, how does that make you feel?
Well, it kind of makes me feel sad because I know that I'm a Muslim too, and it's just making it much harder for me being around people in our society because I'm getting weird looks because people think that all Muslims are bombers, but it's not really true. That's what the extremists are doing.
I'm going to ask a question based on that. As much as it isn't nice, and of course it's something that Muslims are battling with all the time, does part of you almost have an understanding of why people might feel that way because of the way that I suppose information is given to us through the media?
I understand why people do it because, yes, nowadays associate when the terrorist attacks happening in ISIS and all this stuff, it's because the people are part of that religion, or not religion, part of that organization are Muslims, but they're not really Muslims because I think they should be considered extremists for what they're doing.
Okay, thank you very much.